Elastica is the name of a band who, along with the likes of Echo Belly, Salad and Passion Fruit and Holy Bread, are one of the bands who've been banded around as one of the new bands to get excited about. I'm pleased to say we've got Elastica on the programme on The Beat this evening. Welcome to Justine, Donna and Annie. Welcome. Taking time out from recording your new single. But before we talk about that, you know, you've been called the sort of hottest new band so far of this year. I mean, how do you react to that?
It's really great.
It's a bit mad.
Yeah. No need to whine, boy, I can wind up to you, stutter at my feet. And it's never the time, boy, you've had too much wine to stumble up my street. Well, it isn't a problem, nothing we can't keep between the sheets. Tell me am I, no, I will not wait for other bedtime dreams.
Do you sort of get the sense that, you know, the audience are kind of standing there going, come on, impress us?
Yeah, I think people are quite wary about it, really. But, you know, hopefully they sort of bother to come and see us, and anything that gets people to come and see you is good.
Some people come and see us and they're thinking, I don't want to like this band because they've read a lot about us and they think, oh, right, this band, you know, it's all hype. And some of them actually come and say, oh, cheers afterwards, I really like that.
I mean, for those of us who don't know, I mean, can you sort of like tell us how you all kind of came together in the first place?
I got a phone call from a mate and he said that there was a band looking for a bass player and I could play guitar, and I just thought, well, I'll go for it, and went to the audition.
I had a sort of idea of what I wanted, and I was working with Justin, and then Annie turned up, and it was just sort of sent from God, really. It was exactly the kind of thing I was looking for. And then we advertised in the Melody Maker for a guitarist, and saw lots of really grim ones.
Well, tell us about that. I mean, what's that like? I mean, how many sort of, you know, people do you get coming along, and what sort of people as well?
Well, we went through about, like, 15 people, perhaps, before Donna turned up, and the influences that I'd put were Wire and the Stranglers and the Fall, and people were turning up saying, oh, you know, I'm into Suede. I was like, you know, see ya. So it was it's quite difficult to find musicians that are on the same wavelength, really, but it's just sort of a happy accident, I think, that we've all ended up together. I knew within about 30 seconds that Donna was absolutely perfect, just kind of the way she was holding a guitar and the attitude that she was playing it with. And
He wouldn't stop talking either. She was really nervous, but she was ever so sweet.
yeah, no, it was straight away.
Now, it's been sort of well documented that, you know, yourself and Justin were initially in the, you know, the sort of early Suede. Did you kind of sort of like use that at the beginning with Elastica, as far as sort of like, you know, knocking on doors, getting gigs, seeing record companies, or was it?
Not at all.
It's not a bad calling card to have, is it?
No, well, it isn't. I mean, I think in lots of ways it's quite bad having connections with other bands, just because having a history. Well, because people, I think, mistrust it, and I think what we're doing is so completely different to what they're doing that it does actually make it quite irrelevant.
Let's talk about the single, Stutter. Can you sort of like remember when, you know, you'd sort of recorded it and you finished it, it'd all been sort of like done? I mean, you know, that sort of like feeling that you all got when you heard it back, completely finished for the first time.
Nightmare. 8 o'clock in the morning, thinking this is just a shit song and it just sounds terrible. I really like it now.
Why did you decide to do that? I mean, why did you decide just to sort of print up 1,500 copies, make it a limited edition?
Well, I mean, when we first planned it, we just didn't think we'd sell any more than that.
How would you describe the band to me? Let's start with you, Justine.
How would I describe Elastica to you? Horrible question.
Coolest.
Oh, we're really great. That's my word.
Punk pop.
Yeah, punk pop and
Dunno.
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent band.
Most excellent.
Most excellent.